Hey everyone, welcome to Northern Life. Here with Ryan Haff and Hunter McCullough. I'm Briggs LaSavage, and a very happy Wednesday to you guys.
I know, happy Wednesday. We are halfway through the week, and we're having a blast so far.
It's been an awesome time here so far. Like at day three now. We made it 3 days.
Still not canceled.
Let's go. This is all good stuff.
Well, we almost made it. I was telling these two that as I was getting to the set here, my office is upstairs. And I almost tripped and broke my foot on the stairs running upstairs.
Workers' comp?
So. Yeah. Workers' comp. I was just trying to not do the show. No, I'm very happy to be here.
And you ran into our director's desk.
I did run into our director's desk. I was hanging out. I don't know. Maybe I just don't have it in me.
That's a hump day for you, I guess.
Yeah. We'll let you guys take it over. But I have the next thing on the prompter. That might be a problem. I can read. I just can't move very well. All right. So what we're going to do today. We have a new segment we're going to try. It's called Does It Work? It actually comes from our Gray television station. There are a lot of as seen on TV products out there. I think some of them are better than others. Today's product involves a new rake that's supposed to help you rake leaves better. So me, Hunter, and Briggs are going to be the judge of if you should maybe give it a shot.
Okay,
maybe not.
Sure, my dad thinks I need to rake leaves better.
Whoa.
Yeah. I remember
What's
getting
Graf saying about that?
Back in the day when I used to help rake their lawn, it's like I would get a lot of pointers from him, unsolicited advice.
You know, Carol Haff too. My mom is she's a machine when it comes to raking leaves. You know, she's got like the 3 bins out there placed around the yard in different piles, and some rakes are better than others.
My mom finds it as like a stress relief thing. Like she's like, Dan, she's just out there raking and mowing the lawn.
That's how I feel about mowing.
Yeah. I love to mow. I do love to mow. But
the
raking,
leaves are annoying.
Yeah,
Let's just be honest.
They just keep falling.
And you crunch them up, and then they're all over your lawn, and
just
it's like,
stay on the
do?
tree.
Stay on the tree, idiot. Why not? Yeah, you're falling off the tree.
Stay up there, please.
Yeah. But that specific product, so what it does, right? It looks like a shovel. So it scrapes like with the shovel, and then you like scoop it up with the shovel?
I think we're going to find out.
We're going to find out, Hunter. Don't give too much away.
There's a thing. I got you. Okay.
Hunter, that's an entire segment.
That's a tease. I get it.
They're going to tell us, and then we decide does it work, Hunter. That's how this goes.
We're not doing that.
Hunter's going to give it away.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man. And even though it's September, we're already thinking about the Christmas season. Some of us are, anyway. We're going to tell you why we're chatting about the Christmas City of the North Parade coming up. I'm looking forward to that very much this year.
You'll love to see Hunter. I can't even talk. Maybe I can't talk today.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't move, can't talk. Hunter hyping up the crowd there.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah. That was my first parade that I ever did last year.
Really?
But the first parade, you worked.
Yes.
You've been in the parade before as a young guy, right?
I think 8th grade was my first time that I was marching in the parade with the 2 Harbors High School marching band. It was so awesome. It's always so cold, but it's a blast, you know?
Right.
But last year, I believe Adam might have been out. I think he was on vacation, so I got the chance to step in, take his place, and do a little crowd work. And it was a blast. It was so much fun being behind the camera, or in front of the camera, I should say. What's the phrase? And it was
getting to be a part of that fun tradition.
Yeah, exactly. It was a fun time.
Yeah, so. I hope that we don't fast forward too far into the Christmas season because we're going to enjoy fall.
We certainly are.
Which brings us to today's talker. Do you guys think the month of September, though, is too early to start putting up Christmas decorations? I have my answer right off the bat. It's yes.
Yeah.
It's too early. It's much too early. Wow. I am not thinking about Christmas in the sense of like wanting to put up my tree yet. Maybe not too early though for wanting to hang Christmas lights like outside because you want to get that done before the snow falls. And I made that mistake last year. I really wanted to put up Christmas lights, and then we got what, like 2 feet of snow. I think that was like December, so I was already late, you know. But there would have been no chance at that point of like trying to line them on my roof.
Right.
So okay, some decorations maybe yes, like preparatory decorations.
I would say my philosophy would be, to each their own, but I would say sometime after Halloween. I think you got to wait until at least Halloween, and then because there's not really Thanksgiving decorations. Some people do that, put out turkeys and things like that. But I would say after Halloween is a great time to set up the tree and put up the lights. But again, to each their own. Whatever you want to do.
Do you do any Christmas decorating, Hunter, at your house?
Well, the problem is nobody sees it because I live out in the woods.
You and Colton putting up some
hanging
holly
the bulbs
and,
on the trees. So
That's really just
candy
for our
canes
enjoyment.
everywhere. Yeah.
Exactly. We deck it out, especially like Halloween. We deck out the place, but nobody sees it because we live out in the woods.
That's
so
true. That's
it's for mine and Colton's enjoyment. It's
and that's enough,
Gotcha.
you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you
Driving home to some nice decorations.
Yeah.
So it seems like the consensus is September too early.
Too early. Is that how you feel?
I feel like that, but I know there's some people too that just leave up those lights all year round.
They do, and there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
No.
like you'll always have them.
I'm in the camp of where I leave my tree up until like March because it's a fake one,
Oh, yeah.
so I don't have to worry about it drying out and catching my house on fire.
That is also true.
But I love it. It takes up just a beautiful space in my living room, and I just can't seem to get rid of it every year. But
So as we wait for winter, fun fact about fall and the pumpkin spice lattes.
Lay it on us.
Pumpkin spice in general. It is that time of year again, and apparently there's actually a science behind why we love pumpkin spice so much. According to the website Psychology Today, the taste of pumpkin spice is so desirable due to its scarcity, as it's only available during the fall. And in addition to the flavor and taste of it, pumpkin spice can also create nostalgia due to the transition with the beauty of changing colors, those crisp fall mornings and crunchy leaves on the ground. And the ingredients in our pumpkin spice drinks, like cinnamon and nutmeg, are also known to have healing characteristics.
Kind of like the McRib.
very comparable. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Can
whoever
they
did
make a-
pumpkin
can they make
spice
a-
also is behind the McRib.
A pumpkin spice crusted McRib at
Let's
McDonald's.
not do that.
I
Let's
don't
not do
think,
that.
Let's
I
get
don't
those
think-
McDonald's CEOs on the line.
Right,
That
get it,
sounds like
listen.
nothing
I do know
bad
that
idea.
Wendy's, I think Wendy's came out with the pumpkin spice
Yeah.
Frosty.
Did they really?
Yeah,
They did.
Yeah, not a
I tried
McRib.
that. Okay,
Not
okay.
a pumpkin spice baconator, but a Frosty.
I'd
Yeah.
try that. I think
Yeah.
that'd be pretty darn
I
good.
think it would be pretty
Maybe
good.
that's next up on the show. Hunter tries at least the frosty version of the
Yes.
pumpkin
Or-
spice. Maybe they can whip up a McRib one.
When the McRib comes back, I'll throw some cinnamon on it for you.
Yeah, there we go. That's kind of
We'll have
simulating
fun.
what
We'll
it's
have a lot
like.
of fun.
That's awesome. Well, we did talk a little bit about here the Christmas City of the North Parade coming up. So coming up after the break, our very own producer, the lovely Heidi Stang, will be in studio talking about Christmas City of the North Parade as we are only 65 days away from the 65th anniversary. Thanks for joining us here on Norman Lane.
Christmas City, wonderful city, all dressed up in snow and mistletoe. Christmas City, wonderful city, come this Christmas to the Christmas City I'll go.
It's hard not to bop along to that song.
I was gonna say I was humming along Christmas City. I'm not quite as good as Merv Griffin, but still a lovely
amazing.
song.
How do
Gets
you
stuck
beat
in your
him?
head easily.
It really
It's
does.
been on repeat.
Put it in your head, it's just been
Yes,
hard.
it's
Already.
permanent.
Well, we are very happy to have Heidi Stang with us this afternoon, and this morning I should be saying, and she is going to be producing this parade here coming up for the first time, which is so exciting.
Yeah.
Are you excited? First
I'm
off?
really excited. First time, so Natalie Grant has always done it in the
Yeah.
past. You guys remember Natalie Grant?
Yes.
So it's big shoes to fill, but we're just planning so many fun different things. This is the 65th annual parade.
Wow.
Holy
So,
cow.
and I love, it's always Christmas themed, but an anniversary especially is a good time to have like just extra stuff,
kidding.
to really look back at all the different parades that we've done. So we're planning some big stuff. It'll be really cool.
How did you get this gig to fill the shoes of Natalie Grant?
So I work here at the station. Obviously, I'm a producer here at the station. I do our CBS shows. And so when Natalie was kind of last year, she asked me to help. And so that's how I kind of learned. And then when she left, they were like, well, do you want to take it over? And of course I said yes. How could you say
Yes.
no to doing the
Yeah.
Christmas parade? So
Because you have a lot of Christmas spirit, so you're
Yes.
gonna channel that
I know, I
energy
had to find my
right
sweater
into the
today.
parade.
Yeah, she's got the
I
sweater
had to break
going
it out
on.
today, of course.
I
Yeah.
can't wait. So what does a parade producer do? I mean, I've seen you work from behind the scenes before, but I think there's a lot more that goes into it than even we here
Yes.
see. So tell us about
Yeah.
the job.
So everything that people see at home, I probably had a part in some way, shape, or
Yes.
form. So we have to get all the units organized, what order the parade's going to be in, and then talking to the people out on the parade route, like, oh, slow it down, letting the anchors know, you and Dan and Laura, like, who's coming through the parade, letting Hunter or Adam, who's ever we have on the sidelines, like, okay, we're going to come to you in a little bit, making sure on social media we're getting people to send in pictures of themselves. So it's a lot of it, just keeping everybody on track and on time.
Yes.
It's my main job.
That's on top of your
That's a big
normal
job.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's on top of your normal job that you're doing around the station as well. What do you normally do around here? I have the pleasure of working with you every single day.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I do our CBS shows, and then I also do City by City, so
Yep.
people have maybe seen me there, and Trail by Trail on Fridays. But yeah, so every day, again, it's just everything you see at home, I probably had a hand in some way, shape, or form, kind of picking the stories, picking the order they go in, telling Hunter to wrap it up when he goes too long.
Me and Kendall are talkers. We go quite a long time.
That's me.
And you've really made City by City your own segment, which has been so cool to see. You're from, a small town in Minnesota, so you know how cool it is when your town gets a shout out on the news for maybe something that you might not normally, have a report on.
Yeah.
So what does it mean to you to be able to tell stories about communities like that?
Yeah, it's so much fun. And like you said, we just broadcast so far and so wide that there's just so many towns that we don't always get to. And I can think of like 3 times my hometown was on the news growing up.
And it makes you feel good.
Yeah,
hopefully it's a good story, but City by City usually.
Yeah, they're always positive.
Yeah.
If you need people or if you have people and you just want people to know about it, that's what City by City is all about. And it's just really a lot of fun. And the Christmas parade, I was in a bunch of parades growing up, so there's nothing a small town loves more than a parade. And I know Duluth's a big city, but people love a parade. So.
Yes, and thank you for circling back to the parade because we have some important details to share.
Yes.
When is the parade?
The parade is Friday, November 17th.
Yeah.
If it's not on your calendar already, get it on the calendar. I don't know how it's not, but if it's not, get it on the calendar.
And registration, believe it or not, already open. It opened
Labor Day, and so it'll be open through October 9th.
Okay.
I think we're going to try to have around 70 to 75 units. So a pretty big parade. We're hoping for good weather. I think I know a guy, Hunter.
Knock on plexiglass. We're going to make sure that it's pretty good. Yes.
Cross our fingers. I remember a few parades I participated in, marched for the station recently. It was so windy one year. I want to say it was like maybe 2016, 2017. Kristen Baki and I were holding on to our sign, and the wind just blew the sign right off of our handle thing. Yeah, it was incredible. So you have some good years, you've got some bad years. Hopefully this year will be a good year. I'm hoping we have a little bit of snow.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
For the
it's
parade.
Always nice to see the snowflakes flying, and it kind of gives it a nice little picturesque moment.
Yeah.
And even if you have to bundle up outside to watch it, like that's part of the fun.
It gets you in the spirit, hot chocolate, your hats, your gloves. So it's just kind of, it adds to the ambiance of the whole parade if there's a little snow. But above 0, please.
Have you ever watched the parade in person out on Superior Street?
I have. My old roommate was the fire baton twirler for UMD, so we would cheer her on in the parade. Yep.
My mom used to do, I think, fire baton. I'm
serious?
going to have to fact check that,
Okay.
but I believe
Jealous
she was in the
savage.
parade too. Doing that, so that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Lots of cool places to watch the parade. I know Minnesota Power Plaza is a good one.
Yep,
That's
tree
where-
lighting.
Yes, the famous city Christmas tree, which we get the pleasure of lighting during our 5 o'clock news on the day of the parade every year. So that's just a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's make sure to bundle up though, because it's always a little bit chilly out there. You know, you got to have the
is.
hand warmers. We always make sure to have a ton of hand warmers at the station as well. So it's always a little bit chilly, but it's always a blast out there.
yeah, and like you mentioned, Heidi, I think this year Dan and I are hosting the parade with Laura Lee. It'll be her
Yes.
very first Christmas City parade, but she has been a part of a numerous parade. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you, Heidi.
joining us, Heidi.
Thank
This
you
was
so much for having
fun.
me. We are so excited.
Yay!
Us too. Well, the Christmas City of the North Parade is coming up, as we said, on November 17th. We're going to have a link on our website if you want to register.
We'll be right back to talk a little bit about some products that might not work.
Well, I think we've all bought something with the promise of it making our lives easier, but obviously some of these things work a little bit better than others.
Yeah, with a bunch of leaves about to fall, there's a rake on the market that's supposed to help you collect them, and they're also supposed to help you grab them at the same time.
However, we're going to decide whether or not it's worth the purchase.
When fall rolls in, Janet Jansen's garden turns into a sea of leaves. She's hopeful the $44.95 Amazing Rake will help her clear up some of this foliage and save her back in the process. The makers say their plastic and steel rake is unique because it eliminates the need for bending over by helping you rake, grab, and bag your leaves. Before we can get started using our 3-in-1 tool, there are a few pieces we need to put together.
Snap into place. I think we did it.
While the rake head is simple to assemble, the handle itself proves to be a little more difficult.
Did I do something wrong here? This has to go into there, I think.
We're ready to rake after only a couple more minutes of trying.
What do you think about the Amazing Rake?
Well, for raking, it's a wee bit cumbersome.
Okay.
But once I get a pile here, we are going to see how it picks up.
All we have to do is pull this handle.
Aha. Well, that's pretty fun.
But Janet wants to know if the Amazing Rake can clear an area that tends to get a little tricky, her flower bed.
If you used a smaller rake to get the stuff out, and then you made your piles and came along with this and picked them up. So there we go.
Janet says the Amazing Rake works, but only time will tell if this gardening tool is as sturdy as the makers claim. For Does It Work? I'm Rachel Hackbarth.
That makes sense.
Does it work?
I think we had a lot to say when the story was playing.
A lot
When
of
the story,
opinions.
The story. What do we notice first? We noticed the assembly.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
I was lost at the assembly required
The
part.
IKEA
I
Leica.
didn't want that.
Yeah.
I just want my rake to come in one piece.
You buy a rake, it's already assembled, ready
Yeah.
to go. Get it out of the box and just go to town in the leaves. But that thing, you gotta, spend 30 minutes to put that thing together. It's insane.
And then it looked like a giant pooper scooper for leaves.
Yeah.
And
Not
I mean,
even the quality. It looks like it'd snap on. Leaves are already hard enough to pick off hard ground when the ground gets really hard
Yeah. Yes.
towards the winter.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's a good idea for those who need help not bending over to pick up the leaves,
Sure.
but not to rake them
No,
because they
no.
that did not look like the best product.
I know, and I like $44.95. I think it's at a cost.
That
I
is
don't know
a-
how much a regular rake costs, but at that point, I'm just
haven't
buying
been through
a
the-
leaf sucker thing.
Yes,
Since I
yeah.
have an apartment, I haven't been through the rake aisle at Home Depot or Menards in
Sure.
a while, so I don't know what the price on rakes is
Just
these days.
Get your mower out and mulch them up.
Mulch
you
it
know?
all up. Yeah,
There we
exactly.
go.
Just because you throw the word amazing on a product doesn't mean that it's actually amazing.
True.
That's the
True.
case right there. That's
So for that one, I'm gonna go
Thumbs down.
thumbs down.
big thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Briggs.
I
Thumbs
like the
down.
assembly part. Maybe if I could buy it in one piece, I don't know.
True.
We'll
when
stick to the
when
rake
your
in the
rake looks
future.
like it came from a Lego set or a something from IKEA.
Yes.
Maybe not.
It is nice having the scooper though, because if you have to load it into something, I like to. Sometimes I'll do the shovel and I'll have a rake and I'll load it into the shovel and throw it into whatever receptacle I have. But I don't know. It's just.
As long as the wheelbarrow doesn't get eliminated, because that's the most fun part, where you get to
Yes.
push it on and put it in the compost pile. I love that.
And before we get to break, does Harry jump in leaves at all?
Oh, he does.
All the
He
time?
loves to.
All
He
the
likes
time?
to dig in.
Oh.
Yeah, it's cute. It's cute.
Good. Good.
Well, we're going to be enjoying a great rest of the week coming up here, so we'll tell you what's coming up tomorrow right after the break.
Hey, guess what? We're back.
We are.
We did it. Hey, coming up tomorrow on our show here on Northern Life, we've been having a fun week so far. We're going to have a sit-down talk with Ely legend and our very own Dave
Oh,
Anderson
look at
in the
Dave.
studio. I mean, look at that tie, look at that hair.
Big glasses, the 80s glasses.
I
It's
mean,
great.
just such an amazing guy. We're talking to Dave because guess what? He has been inducted into the Upper Midwest Regional Emmy Awards Silver Circle, I believe, for 25 years of service.
Or more.
Or more,
Yeah,
which
you
he
have
has.
to have worked just 25 years even to qualify. Dave's well beyond that.
Because how long
which is
he's
incredible.
been? He must have been here for probably 33, 34 years or something like that.
We'll ask him tomorrow for sure.
That's a good tease.
As opposed to getting it wrong
Yeah.
now.
Exactly,
How about we
yes.
ask that
We'll
tomorrow?
find out, Dave, tomorrow.
There
You
we
are
go.
certainly right, though. It's more than 30 years,
Yes.
which is incredible. And we love Dave around here. We've all learned so much from him. So he'll get to share all that wisdom with you all, too, coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
So.
I think he's just as amazing. He has an amazing way on air and has an amazing way in the studio, making sure everybody feels welcome and that they have everything that they need.
Making
Yeah.
people feel comfortable. He's very personable. He's been around for. I've been watching him since I was probably 4 years old. So it's so cool to come full circle and work with him.
We're excited to chat with him.
A lot of fun.
Thanks for joining us right here on Northern Life. See you tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.